going. Hey, so we are working on another method of seeing. So the challenge before us is how to stop that tyranny of the symbol system that's in our head. Now, we talked about that quite a bit last week. And you can remember there are a few different ways that we can trick the left side of the brain so that the right side of the brain can come out and play. So one of those methods is the spatial relational challenge that we did with the vases and faces. Another challenge is upside down drawing. And another is contour drawing, which is drawing exactly what you see, which is what we did last week when we studied the palm of our hand. So having gone through that, we're now going to move towards using that contour drawing as the basis for a more resolved drawing. So last week I introduced the concept of a perspective machine, and you may remember Albrecht Dürer is the one who first set up this perspective machine. Big room-sized machine, looks like a ping pong net. The artist lines their eye up with an obelisk, looks through the net at the model. So, needless to say, not everyone in the Renaissance had room in their castle for a perspective machine. So, artists worked on the design and changed it. Van Gogh had this built, and these are illustrations from one of his letters to his brother Theo. And here is the perspective machine he had built, which this is metal that a blacksmith made, and these are 2x4s. So you can imagine how heavy this was. And he would carry it out to the ocean side, seaside in Arles, set it up, look through it to paint some of the ships. So that was how he taught himself to use the perspective machine. Now, the one we are working with is considerably less high tech. So it's basically acrylic with crosshairs. Now, Betty Edwards finds it important that we use something simple, not a grid, because a grid puts you on the left side of your brain. Then you're counting how many squares on top, how many squares down. So you don't want to use a grid when you're enlarging or reducing the size of something. You want to use something as simple as quadrants or even the rule of three of thirds, which is what I use in the painting classes. So the quadrants are literally just crosshairs, and then you have these four quadrants. So they help you to gauge the proportion of whatever you're sketching. So today we're going to be using this to do a contour drawing. Now we ended with this last week, so you may still have your contour drawing on your machine. If you do, that's terrific. You don't have to do another one. If you don't, make sure you position your hand in a position where fingers are bent or crossed or somehow uh, showing some foreshortening. Don't put your hand like this. This doesn't show foreshortening, and don't do anything obscene. So when you have your hand in a position that shows some fingers that are bent, you put the perspective machine on top of it so that you can see the hand through the machine. You use the right on wipe off marker that came with your materials and close one eye and sketch everything that you see on your machine. When you're finished, you're going to have basically, let me put something behind it so you can see it, basically an outline on your machine. So I'm going to give everyone a minute to do that. When you have finished and you have an outline on your machine, give me a thumbs up.
Sean, do you want us to do that again, or if we have it from last week to use that?
You can use it. Just make sure you can see it really well.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. You can ask a question, Jackie. I love your hand signals.
Oh, thank you for laughing. You're gonna be so mad. I sort of don't understand what you meant by what we're supposed to do. Which,
Okay, I'll show you again, and I'm never mad.
okay,
So, the plastic viewfinder.
mine
You just,
broke.
oh, okay. Do you
So
have,
I just made one real quick on plastic. That's okay. So I did that. Now what?
do you happen to have a picture frame, like an empty picture frame laying around?
Somewhere.
So grab a picture frame that has a piece of glass because it needs to be rigid. It
Oh,
can't be floppy.
yeah.
And
I was.
Karen,
Uh-oh.
make sure you peel the plastic off of yours, Karen. There's a plastic on the back of it.
Might not be able to find. I had that for the. Oh, wait. Here it is. Yay. Okay,
Yay!
yay. And actually the one that broke must have been the quadrant one. So here it is.
Yeah, so those of you who are in my painting class, I sent you the rule of thirds ones just so that you could have it,
Oh, I
to use
broke
at
it.
home. That's okay. Next time I see you in person, I'll make sure and bring you one. All right.
It's okay.
So, Jackie, fold your fingers somehow, like put your hand in a comfortable position. Not like this, but yeah, like that is fine. You can have all your fingers folded. Set it right underneath so that your viewfinder is on top of it, and
Like that?
that's fine.
Then
But
what?
you want to turn your wrist so that you can support it with one hand because you're going to be drawing directly on top of it.
So, I'm so sorry. I don't understand this.
That's okay.
This to be a different side of the brain for me. Okay. I have to hold it with the hand that I'm positioning, sort of like that.
Yeah, it's helpful if you put it in front of you and you have your hand flat and you put the machine on top of you, on
What
top of you
machine?
like this.
What
This
machine?
this is a perspective machine. So your piece of plastic is a perspective machine.
Oh, I guess. Okay, that helps.
I
So
am. Welcome.
okay.
All right. So when you have it, just put it directly on your hand
Kind of like
so
that.
that Yeah, but you want to have your hand flat because
Darn.
you're going to be drawing on the clear plastic.
Okay. But I have to
So
hold it with that same hand.
yes,
I see. Ooh. Okay, I
wait,
get it.
let me make sure you can see me.
Okay.
So you want to have your hand in front of you like this
Okay.
and put the clear plastic directly on.
Oh, I needed to see that.
And then use your marker to draw it directly on the machine. And it doesn't matter what position your hand is in, just don't have it so straight. Like you want to have at least one finger folded,
Okay.
so that way it creates something more interesting to draw.
Okay. And then now we wait for you now, right? Or are we supposed to
So
draw?
you go ahead and draw,
Oh,
and you're drawing the whole shape of what you see. So you just start and follow every single thing, just like it's a contour drawing. Every line on the inside, every line on the outside. And when you're done, you'll have a drawing on the plastic.
right.
Okay, so go ahead
Okay.
and do that.
Oh boy. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, I'm not sure if you heard that. If you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. It looks like you're cooking. Awesome. So, when you are finished, hold your hand up with a piece of paper. Hold your hand sketch up with a piece of paper behind it so I can see it real quick just to double check everyone's. Okay, that's great, Karen. Great, Tina. Okay, perfect lyric. Awesome, Anne. That's great. You got it. You may need to add fingernails, Anne, just to warn you. Not sure if you actually had fingernails, but
They're very sure.
okay. Oh, good, Suzanne. That's awesome. Perfect, Jackie.
Oh,
Don't
yay.
Yeah, don't lose the outline of the two folded over fingers. You see how you can see the nails, but the shape of the finger, don't lose that.
Okay. I'll try not to. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They're
And
gone, aren't they?
that happened.
How funny. Thank you.
VJ, if you are caught up, I'd love to see yours too. There she is.
Sorry, I don't have all the equipment. I'm just drawing freehand.
Aw.
Okay,
Okay, I should have prepared better.
that's all right. Um, if
Okay,
need be, I'm happy to send you one.
that's okay.
Okay.
But I
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Not a problem. So let's move to the easel. Okay. Everybody see the easel? Yeah. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is basically take this drawing that's on our perspective machine or viewfinder and turn it into an actual drawing on paper. So this is the finished demonstration from a previous class. So I'm going to show you all of the steps involved in getting there. So first thing is take a piece of paper and we're going to fold it into quadrants. So watch me when you do it. Take a blank sheet of paper, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. What this does is it puts the crosshairs dead center on our paper. Unfold your paper and then put it on a surface where you have other sheets of paper underneath it. You want to have some padding. And then using your charcoal, we're going to tone the paper. Now, the reason for toning is toning gives you an automatic middle value and helps you to be able to see your darks and your lights a lot clearer. So a lot of the exercises we do are going to be on toned paper. It's sort of like subtractive in that you want to have a good, even tone. When you've covered the whole thing with charcoal, take your hand or a sheet of paper towels or something soft and lightly go over it so that you're pushing that uh, all of the charcoal down into the tooth of the paper. This makes it look even more smooth. It's important that your paper be at least this dark. If it isn't this dark, which is about a 3 value, then do it again. Go over it again with the charcoal and then smooth it with your fingers or a paper towel until you've got something that's an overall 3, like a middle value. All right, everybody nicely toned? Awesome. Wonderful. Now, the next part involves lining up the crosshairs on the machine with the crosshairs on the paper. So you can see the crosshairs on the paper right here. Here's the crosshairs on the machine. Now, when I do this, I can see how this is going to fit on my paper. So I'm going to start off making some lines just to make sure I can easily line up this crosshairs again. The most crucial thing about this whole exercise is every time you make a mark, you have to line up your crosshairs. So the first thing I do is line up those crosshairs and then look at where the line begins. So I see in relation to this crosshair here, it's about in the middle. So I make a mark, I line up my crosshairs, and I check. Oops, that's way off. So I correct, line up my crosshairs, check. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to erase the first one and then lightly rub it with my finger, and that will, oops, usually the charcoal will just fill in. So, no, that didn't work so well. So anyway, when you make a mistake, erase it and correct it. So once I have that line in place, I look at where the next line intersects. So I just lightly sketch where I see this intersection, line up my crosshairs, check. That looks pretty accurate. I'm going to work my way through and show you the whole thing. At any point when you start to feel comfortable, you can start doing this process on your own. The trick is you're always lining up your crosshairs, always checking and fixing any mistakes that get made. As I do this, I'm looking at this line in relation to the crosshair. You know, how close is it? Is it at an angle? And I'm not thinking at any point this is a hand or a thumb or a digit of any kind. Instead, I'm going line to adjacent line, shape to adjacent shape, and I'm working my way around the whole thing like it's a jigsaw puzzle, just like I did with the upside down drawing. So I'm just going a little bit at a time, lining up those crosshairs and double checking. When I have one shape, I move to the next, always looking at those crosshairs and always judging where to begin and end based on those crosshairs, solving it using spatial relational reckoning, just like we did in the first exercise with the vases and the bases. Like I'm always looking at the space. How far is this line away from that crosshair? How close is it to the other line? You know, you're always thinking about the relationship between those lines, and you're not at all thinking about what the subject is or trying to name it or letting yourself substitute a stored memorized symbol. You're always going line to adjacent line, shape to adjacent shape. Is anybody having trouble getting started? Give me a wave if you need a little extra help. Good. When you have finished with this step, give me a little wave and take your time. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, sweet Anne. So just to be clear, you're finished when you have everything that you sketched onto the clear plastic viewfinder or perspective machine. You have every line from here on your paper. So make sure everything from here is on your paper, and then you're ready for the next step. All right, you have 1 minute to finish up. Pressure is on. All right, before we move to the next step, did anyone get lost in the process and absorbed into it, lose track of time? Kind of. Did anyone feel the left side of their brain being irritated and snappy and critical and saying, just put this in and stop with this pesky looking, I tell you? Yeah. Yeah, it happens. You'll notice especially the more mundane drawing tasks, the left side of the brain will go kicking and screaming before it lets the right side come out.
Can I offer something?
Sure.
What I found interesting was the glass, the plastic. I have a glass. Is heavy and it's irritating to take it up and take it down, to take it up and take it down, take it up and take it down. And then there was this point where I just knew where to draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. And Lyric, this is a tool designed to train your eye to solve this problem with spatial relational techniques using those crosshairs. And the more you do this, the easier it'll be. And you won't use this for long.
Okay.
It's just a simple tool. All right. So it looks like everybody is caught up. So you have pretty much everything from your clear plastic or glass on your paper. Now, this is the hardest part. Put your hand back in that exact same position so that you're lining it up exactly with the drawing on the glass. So when you look through it, you see your hand in the same position. Keep it in the exact same position. Freeze it in place as if there's liquid nitrogen on your hand. Remove the picture plate. Set it off to the side, keeping your hand in that position. Don't move your hand. Now squint and look at your hand. Where do you see dark shapes? I want you to spend most of your time looking at your hand, just like I am right now, and then sketch those dark shapes exactly where you see them. I'm using charcoal. You can use your pencil, whatever you wish, but I want you to put your darkest darks in place. Anything that's darker than the toning you need to do. So that's all the cast shadows. That's any shadows you may see on the crest shapes. So just work your way around with those darts the same way you did before and get all of the pattern of darts in place. Pay special attention to shadows cast by your fingers onto the palm, or the shadows between the wrinkles on your palm, or curved parts of the shadows on your palm in the center of your palm. Also, pay close attention to if there is a pattern of shadows along one side of the fingers. Like you may notice that all of them are darker along a certain side. right, one more minute and we're moving to the next part. All right. For the next section, you're going to need a good eraser. So make sure you have a good eraser. If you have a crappy eraser, you may want to take a knife or something and cut so that you have a sharp edge on your eraser that you can use to erase with. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate the next step. And if you're still putting in your darks, you'll have a minute to do it then. So yes, we're going to line up our hand again, one more time. So you put it in the exact same position. I know you're probably getting hand cramps at this point, wishing you made a simpler hand gesture. Once you get it into the exact position so that you can see your hand precisely through the glass and fitting the same drawing on your glass, when you have it exactly in the same position, freeze your hand in place, remove the glass, keeping your hand frozen in place, squint, and notice where the light is hitting your hand. Look for the pattern of lights. We're going to be erasing the lights, so pay close attention to where those lights are, and then using your eraser like a drawing tool, which means digging into the paper and really lifting up so that you're sketching with the eraser. I want you to really show that eraser who's boss. You know, get in there, dig into the paper, and create a pattern of light. Everything that's lighter than the toning, the middle value in the background, everything that's lighter is going to be erased. All right, one more minute until we move to the next step, or actually the last step. Did anyone have an easier time with the eraser than you did putting in the darts? Or was it harder to put in the lights as opposed to the darts?
The light was pretty easy once I got a handle on the eraser itself. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like angles.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good. So you
I got my handy electric eraser and I love it.
Of course
Anytime I
you
can
do.
use this, it's cool.
Nice.
I hope you get a lot of use out of that.
You know, it was really weird. When I was doing the contour, I didn't notice the shading at all. I
Good.
just saw the line. I didn't even realize that there was shadow until you said it. Then I saw it. It was just like the shade side clicked off in my brain and I only saw the linear. That was weird.
Good. That's neat. You were focused, very focused. All right, lovely people. I am gonna put my stuff in the spotlight. And we're gonna do this one last time. So this time, same situation. You're lining up your hand, you're putting it in the exact same position, making sure to be very precise about the same position. When you have it in position, you remove it, remove the glass, keeping your hand in that same position. Then compare it to your drawing. This is your opportunity to make any last changes. Did you erase out some important darts? Do you need to reinstate those darts? Are you losing some lines? So I'm going to give you 3 minutes to make any changes you wish to make. All right, lovely people. When you are finished and you're ready to show your hand, give me a little wave. You ready? I'm putting you in the spotlight, Lyric.
Okay. I was cleaning up the dust and I did my wipe my glass, but here's my hand.
Okay. Oh My goodness. So, Lyric, look at it on the computer screen. First off, notice how those two fingers curved over gives you the sense of foreshortening.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the shape on the pointer finger. Look at how beautifully shaped that is. You see the strong crush shadow towards the center.
Mm-hmm.
Are you impressed?
I am actually. Yeah.
That's a really beautiful drawing.
Thank you.
And it looks very much like your hand. Let's give Lyric a hand. Since everyone else is muted, it's just me, but hey, good work, my friend. Who else is ready to show their hand? Karen, don't forget to unmute. Hey, Karen. Ooh, wow. Karen, so this is a very impressionistic hand, and it looks like the middle finger is curved and the ring finger and the tip of the little finger. It's
This this one was a little weird because it was like that
mhm.
without, yeah, and then like that.
So it looks to me like your hand was tilted backwards, like it's going back in space, and the closest thing to you is your palm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, you were able to capture that.
Mhm.
Very Renaissance.
Challenging perspective.
Mm.
Yes. And I think it was Suzanne is absolutely right. It looks as if that hand is emerging from darkness, Rembrandt style.
Mm.
Yeah. Any other comments?
I like the simplicity of the lights. It's it's um what's that artist that used like strong light on the high points? Cap Capriccio, Capriello.
Caravaggio.
That's it.
Are you
Thank you.
thinking of chiaroscuro?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. That's very, very Caravaggio. You're right. All right, let's
Beautiful.
give Karen a hand. Yay, Karen.
Thank you.
All right. Anne, are you ready to show yours? You have such a cool studio.
Yeah, thank you. I'm lucky to have
Uh,
the space. I wasn't going for realism.
well, it looks to me as if your hand is tilted back in space. Like,
It was an awkward, very awkward angle.
mhm.
And the sad part is I have a lot of arthritis in my fingers.
Mm.
uh,
My good hand is good that I paint with. I'm righty.
mhm.
The arthritis is very slight. But my other hand, my left hand is pretty arthritic.
Mm.
So
It is. It's got a
I
lot
got
of
a sense
character.
of it. Yeah, I mean, I was able to capture that kind of, you know,
Mm.
kind of deformity is what it is. But
What I really
Love it.
like about your drawing is the cast shadow on
yeah,
the finger and the thumb. That shows you the shape of
Mhm.
the hand right there.
Mhm.
Any other comments? Let's give Ann a big round of applause. Good job, Ann. Suzanne, are you ready? Oh, wow. It's your hand reaching for a hook.
Well, sorry, I'm like trying to save paper. Yeah. I just use the same paper that I do the hook. I'm like, I'm not going to waste a
It's
whole
okay.
piece of paper on a hook.
No big deal. Um, you even got the color of your nail polish.
I know. I drew what I saw.
Uh-huh. You sure did. So look at how those fingers are in such awkward positions. Like that would be near impossible to draw unless you're on the right side of your brain. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like your mind would be playing tricks on you left and right about that. And look at the way you captured the light and the dark and the intermingling of them. I think this would be a very difficult drawing if you were to just sit and do it normally, you know, without the use of the machine.
I agree. I wouldn't have seen everything that I saw. The the going back and forth between drawing each line and
Hmm.
taking the plastic on and off. I actually found that very easy and to is it Lynette? Um, it just kind of like after a while I kind of knew where to put the lines.
Hmm.
Um, and then the shadowing that was I don't know that was just, I don't want to say easy, but I saw it
Hmm.
very easily, very quickly, and um, yeah, it was. I don't want to say it was easy, but I saw it better than probably if I just
Hmm.
tried to do it straight, without the technique and the help.
Yeah, I agree. It's awesome.
Thank
And
you.
it's almost, look at the texture of those wrinkles. You see the texture? Now,
Mhm.
a while back, you had mentioned to me you had a problem describing folds in cloth, but look at how easily you were able to capture the folds in skin here.
Mhm.
And you can almost feel the texture of the skin. I think your contour has paid off.
Thank you.
Good work. All right, who else is ready? Tina. Hey.
Hey, uh,
Yeah, you're unmuted. Perfect.
I am. Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Tina.
Mm.
Oh,
Wow. You know, you can get a little more detail. I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. I
Uh,
can see every fingernail. I can even see the perfect cuticle of your fingernail. That's amazing. I
Thank you.
love
Mm.
your values too. Your values are just spot on.
Thank you.
So, what was your experience using that machine?
The hardest part was keeping my hand in the same place 3 times, but it was a lot easier than just trying to sit down and draw my hand. I don't think I ever could have done it. I always said I've never been
Mhm.
able to draw hands, so this was enlightening.
Yeah, it is funny how we often think that drawing hands or faces is somehow harder than
Hmm.
drawing fruit or something else, but it's not. When you
Right.
break it down to lines, shapes, and spaces and values, then
Right.
everything is the same. So
Mhm.
that's gorgeous. I wouldn't change a thing. I think you
Thank you.
handled that really well. Big round of applause for you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Jackie, are you ready? And then BJ, you'll be right after her.
Mm.
Okay,
Hey,
now I
Jackie.
know there's a lot of problems, but
I
I
don't
tell
really
you,
see any problem. Where did you have problem? On
everything,
that finger,
these fingers, to
that
me,
one curved or the two curved fingers?
yeah. And
Well, the one that you're pointing at now looks believable. The one next to it looks lighter, so
it's,
maybe it was catching the light.
I erased it just now.
Oh,
So,
the other
yeah,
two fingers look like they are moving back in space and that the palm of your hand is closer. So those fingers are further back, the palm is closer.
yeah, yeah, that's true. And this thumb, I kept smudging out stuff. You know, put my palm on it and smudge them. And
Oh, gotcha.
one thing I found interesting, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like, if you go, it was like you could go squiggle, 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 little white lines up. So instead of just white lines across, I saw like squiggle, squiggle, squiggles up.
Nice.
And here, same thing. A line.
So that's how the light was hitting your skin.
Oh. Okay,
Very
so
cool.
anyway, I'm sorry, guys. That's pretty bad. Frankenstein's hand, but
It isn't bad at
Oh.
all, Jackie.
I'm
Instead, think about it this way. Would you be able to draw your hand just by looking at it as well as you did here?
no, that you said that to the other student, I guess we are. Yeah, artist. Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Right. So
So
it's
I
just
need.
a tool to help you see. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it a few more times.
Well, you're in luck because the homework is something similar.
Good,
Let's
excellent.
give Jackie a big round of applause.
Yay, Jackie.
Thank you, ladies, fellow artists.
And VJ, let's take a look.
Okay.
You're
Find
unmuted.
you.
Oh,
If I can find you. There.
Yeah, there we are.
I love it.
Oh.
Thumbs up.
I like the gesture. I think the gesture was really funny. That's great.
She's
So,
hitchhiking.
VJ, if you want to, just take an empty frame and put the crosshairs on it,
Okay.
and you can use that for a machine if you want.
Any size?
8 by
8 by
10.
10 or
Uh-huh.
okay.
You can even
Boy,
get
I
one
see
from the
some
dollar
dark spots for my charcoal.
store. That happens. Yeah, that
Yeah.
happens. I'm glad that you curved your fingers like you have your fingers in front of the palm. That's very real.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
All right, let's give VJ a big round of applause.
I love that you had your wristwatch.
Yeah,
You know, that's
that's
part of
good.
me. I always have my watch on. That's my
good.
medical alert.
Ah,
Oh,
very
Definitely.
smart. All right. So the benefit of doing this exercise is it's really training you to think in terms of those crosshairs and to use them to spatially, relationally sketch exactly what you see. So remember the very detailed drawing of the wrinkles of our palms that we did, the contour. That's drawing from direct observation. You're drawing just what you see. When you use a tool like this, it teaches you to draw exactly what you see. This is like your window on the world. So it helps you to flatten this beautiful three-dimensional world and turn it into a two-dimensional drawing.
oh,
So yeah, that's the whole
oh.
purpose of this gadget is it's a drawing to help you see and to draw exactly what you see. So drawing from direct observation is what we're going for. That's how you circumvent that tyranny of the symbol system. The more you train yourself to draw from direct observation, the less you're having to fight with your left side of your brain over substituting those stored memorized symbols. So any observations on this drawing or anything you guys want to comment on?
It's a great lesson.
Good. Wonderful.
I learned.
Well,
Didn't
Feels
realize
good.
my hand was so wrinkled.
no. Yeah, mine got a lot more wrinkly since the last time I did it. All right. So homework is quite simply drawing your hand holding an object. And it doesn't matter what object you use. Obviously, the bigger the object, the less hand.
Mm.
So
That's a good
keep
one.
that in mind. And, whatever object you use, hold it, do the same steps, um, position it in such a way that you can support your viewfinder with it. Use your marker to draw the image and then transfer it to a toned piece of paper. I highly recommend that you just play the recording in the background as you're doing this, and it will go through the steps in order and draw your hand holding an object, any object. I also recommend that you center the object in the crosshairs.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
that'll help you from having things that go off the page.
Nice.
Oh boy. Okay,
All right,
All
so
right.
ready.
this is the last exercise for the line section. The next section we're going to get into is shapes, in particular negative space and positive form.
Okay.
So that will be the next series. In the next week or two, I would love to see your hand holding an object. So if you want to send me an email with the homework or post it on our Facebook group, which is Online Class Feedback, then other people will be inspired by your work. Some of you have been, and they have been terrific. So please keep up the good work. I'm always here if you have questions. So feel free to text or email. Don't call. I never get calls.
Okay.
The best time to
Question.
call is a text message.
That's right. It's weird. I have an iPhone, and I swear the thing never rings. So I never get phone calls. All right,
Hey,
everybody have a
Where
wonderful
is
night.
that Facebook page? Student one?
It's called Online Class Feedback, and I'll send you an invitation. I sent you an invitation before, so it might be
Well,
in
I
your.
think I probably have it. I'm probably just dyslexic.
Well, I'll tell you
Okay.
what, as soon as I get off from here, I'll send you another one just in case, so that way you'll have it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're
Thanks.
welcome. And everybody
Good night,
have a
ladies.
great night.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.